Om. This is Sincere Milk of Yahweh Sap, Lion's Den. I camp out with Lion Den Hawan Ben Yashua Water in Jacksonville, Florida. But first, I'd like to give a prayer to the Father, to the Son, to the elders, to the Akim, and to the wombs and children. Ka Halayim La Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Bahashem Ha Rokak Robash Mahamaf. In the name of Yahweh Shai, in spirit and holy and in truth. Double honors to the elders of GMS. Double honors to my elder Hawan. Salutations to the Akim, who are the four corners of the earth in sincerity and truth. And to the women and children, Shalom. Okay, well, like I said before, I say it again. Every day things are moving faster and faster, and the picture's becoming more and more clear of what they are doing, right? The wicked is being revealed more and more every day around the world. Look what we have here. WIF is building the world's biggest army to take away your rights. Okay? Well, they already made it clear that corporation artificial rights is more important and more valuable, right, than the living, breathing, flesh and blood human being, right? That it can make up any artificial law that comes out of their mouth, and it is right, it is good, right? They call it good, but it's evil. And that you have to obey, okay? Let me play this a little bit, and then I'll go and tell you what the title of the lesson after I finish is. Here we go.
We've been watching this story very closely here on Redacted. This show, the movements of the World Economic Forum. Become fascinated with them because what maybe started out sort of sounding like conspiracy theories around the Great Reset, or all of the craziness that we've heard from the World Economic Forum over the past couple of years. It's all true, and it's all written on their website, and it all is now put into place and in action. We're watching farmer revolts across the world. We're seeing uprisings thanks to what the World Economic Forum is putting in place. We've seen mandates, we've seen lockdowns. So get the idea of conspiracy theory out of your head. It's all happening. Well, the Wall Street Journal has a very interesting question, which falls right in line with the World Economic Forum's new mission. And this question by the Wall Street Journal is this: why does the IRS need guns? That's a great question. Notice the byline of the story. The article was from 2016. That's 6 years ago. And at the time the Wall Street Journal wrote this and pointed at under the Obama administration, the number of non-Defense Department federal officers authorized to make arrests and carry firearms at the time was 200,000. This is 2016. 200,000. That exceeds the number of U.S. Marines at 182,000. Just let that sink in.
Wait, the number of U.S. Marines total, or the number of U.S. Marines who also carry guns?
Well, every U.S. Marine is
right, I'm just saying.
U.S. Marines.
Okay.
So the number of federal officers authorized to make arrests and carry firearms was 200,000. Now exceeds the number of U.S. Marines at 182,000. Even then, in 2016, 6 years ago. That was 6 years ago. Times have changed, and it's gotten actually much, much worse. By 2016, the number of federal officers with arrest and firearm authority has tripled since 1996. Do you see where we're going with this?
Yes.
Tripling. Again, this was 6 years ago. And today, in 2022, you're probably not surprised to learn that it's gotten much, much worse. In fact, at the same time, they're working very hard to take away your rights, to take away your ability to arm yourself, right? So they're working overtime on that side, while at the same time arming as many federal officers and agents as they can, in agency after agency and after agency. Democrats just expanded the number of IRS agents by 87,000. That was part of the Inflation Reduction Bill. Mm-hmm. So tell me how 87,000 armed IRS agents actually reduces the cost of groceries. Or gas.
That's what, like, you need 87,000 new reps or agents to go after the rich, because there's so many rich people, like billionaires and stuff, you're going to have to be sending like, 20,000 agents to one billionaire's house in order to, get an accurate accounting. Yeah, exactly.
Just to find him.
I mean, it really, again, if we go back to the definition of inflation, is too much money chasing after too few goods. And then you think about IRS agents taking money away from people, right, and putting it into the government's coffers, that equation does not change. The same amount of money exists,
right,
chasing after too few goods.
Well,
I can't work this out.
No, and if they're printing more of that money, it's not going to you. It's going to Wall Street.
Right.
It's going to lobbyists.
There has to be more goods created here.
Right.
To reduce inflation.
They sent me. Sorry, but they sent me $1,600. What are you talking about? I got plenty.
Who did? The IRS?
And again, and they vowed they're not going to come after anybody that makes less than $400,000. So I don't know why everybody's freaking out. Like they said that like if you make less than $400, you're completely safe. They're not going to start, tracking your Venmo transactions or anything.
Right.
Of course not.
Yes, they are. If you make less than $400,000 a year, President Biden told us, right? They're not going to come after you. That's turned out to be total horseshit. And when Senator Joe Manchin was asked just the other day who was the swing vote in all of this to make this happen, what does this actually do to reduce inflation? He said, it doesn't. It doesn't. So right there, this was all a boondoggle of $700 billion, right? Was meant to expand the size of government, print more money, increase the number of IRS agents who are armed to come after you. Again, this goes back to the World Economic Forum's plan to consolidate power, to take away your property rights. You will own nothing by the year 2030, which is their plan. They don't want you to own anything. They don't want you to have personal property. Why are all these billionaires in the consolidation buying up all of the farmland across the United States and the world? I mean, it's right there in their agenda.
Okay, so you can see that this was video was done 6 months ago. Okay, I'm pretty sure that he has figured out that now that they're going to be kicking in the CBDC, I believe this year in the summer, that once people start using the FedNow new digital currency, which is really not a currency, it's invisible money, right? That they're going to be implementing the new rules of what money that you're going to be getting, so-called money, and that you're going to be able to buy what, right? And how much you get when you work, and how much you owe for taxes, and anything that you have is easier for them to take away, right? Because the government went around the world raping, robbing, and plundering, and to help their partners around the world, they have to, take from you, those who have, things of wealth, and give it to them, right? On top of that, once the CBDC is worldwide, rest assured that then they can kick in the MOTV, where they can come now after you because they know where you are, right? They know who are the Hebrew Israelites that have been doing the highways and byways and doing lessons at home, right? So it's going to get real ugly pretty soon. The title of this lesson, his mouth was smooth as butter, right? Don't they go around the world talking about peace and making treaties and contracts, and then they break them and start war, right? And what a coincidence that China, Russia, India, and other countries are implementing the CBDC. Interesting, huh? Well, anyway, I want to go to Psalm chapter 55, verse 20. Here we go. He has put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He has broken, he has broken his contract. Yeah, that's what he's doing right now around the world. Breaking breaking the contract, right, to implement the CBDC worldwide, right, the federal corporation, right, banks are going to close, and now they're going to go into federal business, where they're going to be able to now have total control of everyone, what they can think about, what they can say, what they can't say, who can vote who for who, right? Who you can believe, what belief you can have, and what you have to take in your body or else, right? I mean, then a couple of years ago, weren't they talking about where they were pushing for put GPS in children's like they do on dogs? Well, now they want to put it on everyone, but it ain't going to be a GPS, right? What they want to put in us is to have total control of you. Total control of your DNA as well. Verse 20, give me 1. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart, in his mind. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Yeah, they're getting ready. That's because they're getting more IRS, right? And any other militant people that they're going to need to get. Okay? They're going to be dressed like probably officers or militant people anyway, when they're not. But hey, they're the ones that have the first and the last words for now, right? Verse 22. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, what happened here? Cast thy burden upon Yahweh. He shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. Right? That's what your so-called Negros Latinos, American speckled birds have to remember, because also understand that 2/3 of our people are going to be coming after us, helping the Edomites. Okay? It's going to get real wicked pretty fast. I want to go to Song chapter 37, verse 5. Commit thy ways unto Yahweh. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. Okay? He's making it loud and clear. Listen, Yahweh the Father and Yahweh Shah are in control of all this that's going on. They're the ones who are doing this. Okay? Because they're going to clean house. They're going to remove the Edomites from power, and those who participate in helping them as well. Okay? Verse 7. Rest in Yahweh. Wait patiently. Right? That means suffer. For him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospers in his way, because of the man who brings wicked devices to pass. So you're going to see our people who are going to, get favoritism, right? Be flattered that the Edomites are saying, hey, listen, if you do this for us, this is what we are going to give you so you can live better and do, have nice, the things you like. But this is what we want you to do. We want you to go after your own people. You see? But that's not going to last long for them, because the Edomites are going to turn against them also. Go to Psalm chapter 12, verse 2. They speak vanity, every one with his neighbor, with flattering lips, and with a double heart, double mind, do they speak. Yeah, our own people. Right? Hey, how you doing, neighbor? Man, nice house, nice car. You must be working hard. Right? What's the word that the IRS use a lot? Tax evasion. Right? But what they don't talk about, or what you don't look into, don't know, that a lot of people that were born in America, American people, right? Edomites, to make it clear, don't have birth certificate and don't have Social Security, right? So now they're going to force them that they have to also take the CBDC, just like the Amish. They don't have a birth certificate from the government. They don't have Social Security, right? They don't have a state marriage contract, right? So they want to implement and force this on everyone. So the Amish, they're going to be losing the land and whatever wealth they've been working for so many years, right? Because they don't care that you're an Edomite, middle class or poor. Hell, they're even going after the Edomite who are rich because they're going to pick and choose who they want to keep rich and wealthy. It's going to get ugly. Where was I? Verse 3? Verse 3. Yahweh shall cut off all flattery lips. That's right. And the tongue that speaks proud things. Yeah. Every day, Yahweh Shai is revealing the wicked's plan, how close it's getting, and who they really are. And it's been consistent all the way like this since 1960, when Abba Bibin was in the highways and byways in New York, then on One West, and then GMS, and from there it went like wildfire all around the world. So they got to stop us for sure. So they're going to be coming after us. I'm going to jump to verse 5. For the oppression of the poor, for the sight of the needy, now will I arise, said Yahweh. I will set him in safety from him that puff at him. Yeah, they're going to huff, they're going to puff, and they're going to blow some of us down, but not all of us. But they're going to do their best, right? Because they believe they can do it. Let me go to Psalm chapter 5, verse 9. For there is no faithfulness in their mouth. Their inward part is very wickedness. Their throat is an open sepulchre, like a snake, poison snake. They flatter with their tongue. Ooh, is that true or not? Verse 10. Destroy thou them, O Yahweh. Let them fall by their own counsel. Cast them out in the multitude of their transgression. Yeah, that's how people who are, Christian mentality, they believe in Jesus, right? Blue eyes and long blonde hair. Caesar Borgia, that's who he is, the son of a pope, right? The ones that like long hair and high heels. They're the one who brought that wickedness to our people. Where am I? Give me a minute here. Okay. Transgression, for they have rebelled against thee. And they love it, right? Now, of course, they like to say they love God, right? Or read the Bible and everything, but when you come out and ask them, well, what's the name? All of a sudden, their fangs pop out. It says it means nothing. It's not important. Yep, test the spirit. Verse 11, but let all those that put their trust in thee rejoice. Let them ever shout for joy, because thou defendest them. Let them also that love thy name be joyful in thee. You see? But 2/3 of our people, so-called Negros, Latinos, American speckled birds, are very prideful, right? They love this world system, and they believe strongly that this system is going to last forever. And it's not. Look what happened to Rome, right? Rome went bye-bye, right? Other empires through history went bye-bye. right? Why? Because Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai allowed them, right, to live in a certain amount of time, and then he took them out. Okay? But since 2/3 of our people want to keep believing in that Jesus, they cannot receive the understanding through the Holy Spirit. Verse 12, for thou, Yahweh, would bless the righteous with favor, would thou compass him as with a shield. Yeah. That's going to happen. Okay? He's going to protect us. Yes, he's going to allow some of us to be tested with fire and allow some of us that we have to even die. Right? To prove ourselves that we are true to his name. And that's okay. I mean, the Edomites are doing the same thing for their own people. And 2/3 of our people are going to do it for the Edomites. Psalm chapter 62, verse 4. They only counsel to cast him down from his excellency. They delight in lies. They bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly. Yeah. So those of you who have achieved excellency in doing the things of this world, right? It's not going to last once you implement the CBDC. You're going to find that out for yourselves. And then those who are then called to do the work of Yahweh Bashin Yahweh Shai, right? Who achieve excellency, right? GMS, 100% truth, right? Well, they're going to come after them too, and on down, okay? They have to stop the word going out because they know that that's what's bringing back Yahweh Shai. But see, the words went out already. Once it goes out, it doesn't come back, so they can't stop it. That's how come they're getting ready to be hiding in their bunkers. Give me a minute. Oh, verse 5, my soul waits thou only upon Yahweh, for my expectation is from him. Verse 6, he only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be moved. Yeah. Now, of course, the Edomites, with their science, right, and the wisdom of this world system, they're going to say, no, we are your salvation. If you don't do what we say, we're going to prove it to you. Okay? And 2/3 are going to say, okay, they're going to bow down, right, and take the MOTB. Verse 6. Oh, wait, did I read that? I read that already. Verse 7. In Yahweh is my salvation and my glory, the rock of my strength, and my refuge is in Yahweh. Verse 8. Trust in him at all times. Yet, people, pour out your heart, your mind, before him. Yahweh is a refuge for us. Yeah. And he's going to prove that to the whole world. The whole world is going to know that when we were saying we are the true Hebrew Israelites, now in the highways and byways as a living sacrifice, they're going to realize that it was speaking the truth. The scripture was speaking the truth in the name of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Verse 9, surely men of low degree, right, are vanity, and men of high degree are a lie, to be laid in the balance. They are altogether lighter than vanity. Yeah, since they went after vanity, right, excessive pride, admiration, right, of all of appearances, right, or achievement of the things of this world. They put all their time and energy only on those things, right? When the so-called Negro, Latino, neck and speckled birds are the true Hebrew Israelites, and they ignore the core. They ignore and rejected the name, right? the ancient Paleo-Hebrew name, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Right? Yahweh the Father and Yahweh Shai the Son. All right. Time will answer all things. I'm going to go to Proverbs. Chapter 27, verse 6. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kiss of an enemy are deceitful. Yeah. Right? They're going to, the whole world, this is great. The CBDC is going to be the most beautiful thing. Okay? Nobody can steal from you. Everybody's going to be paying their fair share of taxes. Right? Because now they can implement more rules, more regulations. Right? Now they can go into the YouTube, make more rules and say, oh, that's fake news what he said. You know, when they say that's fake, they're really calling you a liar. But when they speak, oh, it's go. Right? You can't say the emperor is naked, is wearing no clothes. Right? Well, tax them. Right? Make them work more hours. You see? Let me go to Jeremiah. So I can for that. Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 8. Their tongue is as an arrow shot out. It speaks deceit. One speaks peacefully to his neighbor with his mouth, but in his heart, in his mind, he lays his weight. Yeah. 2/3 are going to betray us, right? And wait, because they're going to say, hey, there goes those Hebrew, they're right, they live over there, right? And they're the ones in the highways and byways, right? And whatever else they can make up of lies. Verse 9, shall I not visit them for these things, said Yahweh? Shall not my soul be avenged on such a nation as this? Oh, you better believe it. Woo, you better believe it. Vengeance is his, right? And he's not coming back happy. He's going to come meaner than a pit bull. Okay? With the host of angels for the wickedness that the Edomites have done, what they are doing, and what they're about to do, as well as the 2/3 of our people. I want to leave it with Romans chapter 12. Give me a minute here. Romans chapter 12, verse 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, said Yahweh Shai. Yeah. Payback for all the things that this wicked world system, this wicked kingdom, right, has done throughout the world, to our people around the world. Okay? I hope that this was edifying, and with that I'll say Shalom.